So, okay. So I'm gonna start with you, Danica. In your opinion, for women who do want to divest, should divestors promote gym memberships and weight loss among Black women?
Oh, no, you didn't.
No, but I'm being serious. I'm like, if we want to see results, if we want to see more Black women resting in their femininity with Brad, like if we want to see that, and we want to prove Tyrone wrong, then we have to actually talk about strategies to get to that point. So, do you think gym membership, personal training would be a part of that strategy so that Black women could actually successfully divest?
First of all, let me say you are extra petty for that question.
Okay? Is that petty? That is a real honest. That's a real factual. That is a factual question. Because that's actually what it might take. I mean, especially if they want to go for the top of the top.
Second of all, you didn't let me finish. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sis, it's in a man's nature. I don't care if he's purple, pink, blue, polka dotted, black, brown, whatever. Men are very visual creatures. They absolutely would desire a woman that is in shape, that is taking care of herself, that is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You know, and a lot of us are not only being held back amongst our group of men, okay, but you're definitely going to be held back amongst other groups of men because they have a certain type of physique that they are actually going after. It's the Black men actually that love the more curvature shapes and the thicker body types. If you're going to divest, sis, they like sticklies. Okay. Yep. They like the slim gym model type of females. Yep. And so if you're gonna divest, you have to actually not only talk it, but you have to walk it and be it. Like you have to really engulf yourself in that culture, that lifestyle, what that looks like, what appeals to them. And a lot of us, I'm just gonna be honest, we don't appeal to them. Like we on this panel, we would be more appealing to divest. We would be more appealing to guys outside of our culture, more so than a lot of females that are promoting the lifestyle, because they don't look the part, and most importantly, they are not promoting the lifestyle. You have to be and look the part. As far as your shape is concerned, keeping yourself together, doing your hair, washing your ass. Okay, excuse me, ladies, but a lot of them not taking care of themselves, as far as hygiene, all of that needs to be touched upon and absolutely executed upon before even thinking about divesting. You guys can't even get the men that you desire amongst your own group. No shade, sis. So what do you think that you're going to do when you're trying to divest and go somewhere else? And I'm going to shut up and rest in my femininity.
Right? And I'm going to say this before we have anybody clap back and say, well, that's not true. Like there are sociological studies out there that have proven this. I mean, in the Black Beauty Standard video I created, I basically, in that study, I went and I looked at, okay, what do Black men prefer versus other cultures? And a few of the studies showed that, like, white men across the board, they preferred more smaller frames. So this isn't, you're not making this up. Like there's studies to back this up. And then I mean, honestly, like if you just see, what in the Black culture may be considered a 9, you know what I mean? And white culture may be like, nah, she's a 4, she's too overweight, she's too curvy, you know what I mean? Like slim thick for us is overweight, generally. So it's like there is a difference. And again, if you really want to try to move forward in that kind of culture, these are the kinds of things you need to know. Like, what are the beauty standards? Like, what are expectations? Yes. Okay, what happens when you meet the mom, when you meet the parents? You go to the church, you go to their family gathering. Like, how do you talk? Like, all those things, learning about the culture is really important if that's something you really want to do. And you're not going to be learning about the culture if you spend every 2 seconds talking about Black men. You know what I mean? Like, if you're truly pissed.
So, can I add one more thing, though? Yeah, I want to add one more thing. If you're going to divest and you're looking to attract a man of a different race or background or whatever, they're going to look for, considering the fact that majority of us are going to first and foremost seek after people that are of our same kind. If they do decide to go outside of their race, you have to be exceptional. Like,
Yeah,
because
that's
like you
that.
said, I'm gonna introduce you to my family and stuff of that nature, and so I want to have somebody, if I do choose to do that, I have to have somebody to where they can look at this person and absolutely know why I chose this person outside of
Right,
somebody
right,
that they would want me to be with. And a
right.
lot of us, we don't measure up. It's like, girl, that would be like, son, um why are you with Cassandra?
That's
What's going
fact.
on, son? But if Cassandra was in shape and taking care of herself, and she was even outdoing the women amongst its group, it would be more tolerated, or at least better understood. But we're not even trying to make those adjustments, or accommodations. Like, you have to actually be somebody that is worth saying, you know what, I'm going to ditch my own to get with you. And a lot of us, I'm going to be honest, we're not that. And it's no shade, that's just the truth.
No, we're
So
not.
start promoting going to the gym, taking care of yourself, eating right, and
Mm-hmm.
making a whole lifestyle change. That way, when you do divest or go somewhere else, you'll be better suited for the job, if you will.
Right. Absolutely facts. I want to read out these super chats real quick, and then we are going to I'll move over to Chantel. So thank you, Chocolate Tie. It's refreshing to see. Let me see. Yeah, it's refreshing to see y'all sisters on the front lines fighting for your men and banging on that wicked beast that seek to keep it separated. Absolutely. Like I said, we're just here having honest conversations. We're not even necessarily, I'm not even trying to attack, but I guess sometimes the truth, speaking the truth is attacking. So it's like,
Mhm.
that's what it is. That's what it is. I see divested black women are the new white supremacists in
Oh,
the black community due to their dark mindset.
yep.
Mm.
That's a mouthful there. It says this discussion is always needed by some of YouTube's favorite actual feminine women. Virtual hug. I'm a pick me too.
Eh.
Thank you. I see great discussion, ladies. You are all beautiful. Appreciate you. Um, and I think, yeah, I think that's it for now. Anyways, for you guys who are on, oh, no, but we got didn't want to forget Mr. Bobby Wright. I'll be everywhere all the time, just like Jesus. Hello, hello. But no, I just try to support as much as I can. You four keep up the great work. We appreciate the support. I see donation to the church. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Um, Okay, and then I see compassionate. That's what he was trying to say. All good. So, again, anyways, those of you guys who are on, please get those likes up. We are talking about what do modern women deserve. Chantel, you're up next. So,
Okay, so
do you think Divestors should promote gym memberships and weight loss among Black women?
man, Sade, you know what you was doing when you wrote that question. So come, come on.
I'm just trying to have an honest discussion. That's it. That's it.
So here is one part, and as Danica was talking, this came to me, and you realize that a lot of those divestment women, those pro dating out women, they really don't think it through. Because the men that they think they want, they're thinking they want the high value white man, they want, or the average white man. Those families are thinking generational wealth. All
Oh
right.
yeah,
They're
absolutely.
thinking long term. They're not just going to allow their son to marry any and every to interfere with their plan, their generational wealth, their family plan. So we thinking, black women, the divestors thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go hop the fence and date, and he's gonna accept me for how I am. He's gonna appreciate me. When you're 50 pounds overweight, when you wear weave, even the black men, even your kind of men. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was like, he likes feeling scalp. Men don't like weave like that because men don't, even our men don't want us in the weave. Why
No.
do we think that the non-black men are going to accept the weave? They're going to accept the attitude. They're going to accept us just with everything that we come with. So when I say they don't think this through, they're thinking that, oh, I am queen, I'm goddess, I'm mother nature, and like if a man is not lining up to marry me, then there's something wrong with that man. And because black men ain't lining up to marry me, it's something wrong with those dusty black men. So let me just hop the fence without realizing that, sis, those brads not lining up to marry you either. And I'm just curious to see if it eventually will get to the point where they're going to start realizing that, oh, wait, Brad isn't lining up to marry me. So let me just jump to another race. I don't know. I'm curious if they're ever going to ever look in the mirror, or if they're going to just continue hopping fences because there must be something wrong with these men. instead of looking in the mirror and saying there must be something wrong with me. I think when I hear a woman, I'll have multiple comments of women coming over, especially on the video I did about the statistics that's showing how many Black women are single. Women will come over and say, "Oh, just date out, sis. Just date out," and it's like it just shows how ignorant and just how dumb, for lack of better words, we are.
Well,
I
damn,
know.
Chantel.
You gotta call a spade a spade.
Yeah, it's all the
Can't
spade
dance
is good,
around
right? Because if the statistic says Black women aren't getting married, it didn't say Black men aren't marrying Black women. It says Black women aren't. Nobody's lining up. Nobody, any race, any culture, anything, isn't lining up to marry us. And then our solution, to reading that, our solution will still say, "Oh, let's just date out." Is like, okay, we have a problem here. But yeah, I mean, I think those divestment pages, if they're going to preach dating out, you're going to have to preach becoming the best version of yourself. And that includes taking off the lace front. That includes hitting up the gym. That includes learning how to cook. That includes all these things that they don't want to do for the Black men. So eventually, like, you're going to have to do it anyways. So
Right.
we'll start talking about it.
Right.
That's facts. That's you hit the nail on the head there. You know, the crazy thing about it too is like, I think these women forget that like relationship is on both sides. So it's like just because you want somebody, that person has to actually want you back. And no man, no matter what ethnicity, wants somebody that seems like it's a leftover. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of these dudes feeling like, okay, look, if you can't even get along with men within your own community, then why can I believe that you're gonna know how to get along with somebody outside of your community? Like, make that make sense. And dudes talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys actually do have conversations. And if these men are talking to, Black men or whoever, and they're just like, yeah, like that female or these females, they got bad personality, they got bad hygiene, they got bad attitude, whatever it may be, these men are going to be like, sign me up. Like, they're not going to do that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you can't act like your inability to get along with men within your community is going to now increase your desirability among other men.
Exactly.
Because if anything, they're going to be like, nah, you need to stay over there and figure that out.
Exactly.
Right.
And then what they fail to realize is at the end of the day, we tend to stick with our kind. We tend to stick with who we can relate to. So if you aren't going over there being easily coachable, being easily ready to get on their program and live life how they live it, then they're not going to want you. Because why would I step outside to date someone who doesn't look like me, who is not of my culture, and then still is so stubborn in her own way? She won't get on my program to be a part of my culture. What are our kids going to look like? Like, how is raising kids going to be if you on one fence and I'm like, come on.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's facts. Now, Rivet, what do you think? Should Divestors promote gym memberships and weight loss among Black women?
Yeah, I think that they should promote, being the best version of yourself, as everyone has said, because to be with any man, you have to, be the best version of yourself, right? But I think that they're incapable of being the best version of themselves, which is why they have these sentiments, which is why they say the things that they say, which is why they think getting with Brad makes more sense than getting together. Because at the end of the day, Danika's so funny. Because at the end of the day, when you get into relationships, if it's from pure connection, if it's from love, if it's from like that angle, do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Be with who makes you happy. But if your sole purpose on dating outside of your race is because of all these negative connotations that you have in your mind, you're not on the best. You're obviously not elevated. Your mindset is obviously in the wrong place. Your heart is in the wrong place. So how could you possibly tell other women how to get a man on that side of the train tracks? But where you are mentally, you're literally over here, trying to fight your own traumas, trying to fight your own drama, right? The stuff that you have gone through and the stuff that you're mad at your daddy, so you don't want to date no Black man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's just be, let's be honest. Let's be clear about it. So how can you tell other women how to elevate themselves or even be the best version of themselves? And you've already kind of stepped away from what your race actually is anyway. So you don't need to talk to us about nothing.
Right.
Hold on.
You got something to say?
River, did you just say that they not capable of What did you start this off with?
Not even capable of being the best version of themselves. So how you gonna get somebody?
Dang.
Okay, I just want to clarify because that okay.
I'm gonna need a water break on that one.
How? Not possible.
No, well, that's the thing about it. To your point, if you have zero appetite for the truth, like if you can't say 2 + 2 = 4, then you're not going to be able to progress past first grade. So to your point, you have a lot of females, as you put it, not women, but females who do not have the appetite to actually look in the mirror and say, this is what's going on. They cannot be self-accountable. Like self-accountability to them is like kryptonite. So with that being said, yeah, you can't be the best version of yourself because you can't even identify where you're at in that moment. You can't even say, oh, this is myself today. Myself today has a bad attitude. Myself today is bitter. Myself today is traumatic. Like one of the comments I got earlier today, a woman was just like, you shaming women for saying that Black women are traumatized. I'm like, that's not shaming. That's identifying a problem. Like if I see, I don't know, if a bird poops on a woman's face and I'm like, girl, you got bird poop on your face. And she's like, girl, you shaming me. This is
shaming me.
I'm like, no, that's not makeup. That's bird poop. Like, I'm not shaming you because I'm
trying to help you get it
animal
off.
feces on your face. That's what I'm saying. So we got females walking around with animal feces on their face saying it's makeup. And it's like, honey, that stinks. That's not makeup. That is animal feces. Let's wipe that off. And to your point, if you can't get past that, then it's like there really is no room to evolve whatsoever. Even because it's like the truth will set you free. You have to actually first acknowledge, where is my truth today? Where am I broken today? So I can move forward. And so many of us are completely we are resistant to even wanting to acknowledge the problem that we have.
Yes. And one thing I wanted to say, just to pick, it's all fun and games. You over there divesting and all that until y'all over there and they make a joke that's not funny. And you don't got nobody to look at.
Facts. Absolutely. So for those of you who are on, please get the likes up. Okay, so it looks like I missed a super chat. It said, Reba, let me fly you out so I can pick you up in my helicopter and meet you to my hood and show you. Okay, I didn't. So I'm just gonna move on. Thank you, ambitious hustler.
The hood.
Wishful thinking. We do have some beautiful men on this panel, so I'm not mad at it. I see new question for the panel: should Black men protect divestors? I may actually.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is related to the next question. So hold that thought. That is related to the next question.
That's a good one.
Right. I see this, and I have literally I have no idea how to pronounce that, but that's for you, Chantel. So
I won't read it. I won't translate it. I will just politely say no, thank you.
Chantel, is he saying to back that ass up? What is this?
Yeah,
saying?
basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so y'all, let's try to be respectful to the panelists now. Okay. And then I saw Snuggles coming through with the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the mental acuity in the community, and do you think that has something to do with and keep up the good work, ladies? Another good question, closely related to some of the other questions we have coming up. So stay tuned. And then we got a $50 super chat. So I just had to shout out to I think is it Stephen? I don't want to butcher your name, but I appreciate the love. Says, since this is a Black male audience, we need you beautiful ladies to recruit more pick-me red pill Black sisters for us. Helping the men of your community find good red pill conscious sisters to get on our program has to be the end game. Completely agree that the hope is that those who are willing, right? Not everybody is willing, but those who are actually willing and wanting a different result will hopefully engage in these kind of discussions, and then we can talk about some of the different ways to progress and move forward. So again, thank you so much for the love.
I have to say, Sade, yes. I was not expecting that clip just now. I'm here for it.
I had to give a proper shout out. That had to give a proper shout out. So, anyways, for those of you who are on, please get those likes up. Tag anybody on this discussion who you think may find it interesting. We are talking about what do black women, or not black women, just modern women in general deserve, but black women too. So, on to the next question.